Good morning, students. Today we are discussing about blood. Blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. Blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. Why? Because in blood there will be cells are present like red blood cells, white blood cells, and blood platelets. And it also consists fluid, which means the fluid is plasma. So because of blood consists both cells and fluid part, hence the blood it is called fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue. So blood is red in color because of presence of hemoglobin. Because of presence of hemoglobin, blood is red in color. In a healthy person, the blood is present 5 liters. How many liters? 5 liters of blood present in a healthy person. So blood consists, as I say previous, it is a fluid connective tissue which consists of 2 parts: liquid part, solid part. This is the liquid part, this is the solid part. The liquid part is called plasma, which is present 55% in blood. The solid part is called blood cells. These blood cells constitute 45%. So now the plasma is 55%. So now plasma is a clear yellow colored fluid which is present among the blood cells, which consist organic, inorganic substances and water. Water mainly 90%, inorganic and organic substances are 10%. So plasma consists of 2 major parts. Water and inorganic and organic substances. So what is plasma? Plasma is a yellow colored fluid part present in among the blood cells, which consists water 90% and inorganic and organic chemicals are 10%. Inorganic and organic substances, example, proteins, carbohydrates, sodium, nickel, cobalt, and organic substances and proteins, albumin also present in these organic inorganic substances. Now the blood cells. So blood cells in the blood, they are present to 45%. 45%. The blood cells are mainly 3 types: red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets. So red blood cells are also called erythrocytes. White blood cells are also called leukocytes. Blood platelets also called thrombocytes. So red blood cells. Red blood cells, they are red in color because of presence of hemoglobin. Because of presence of hemoglobin, red blood cells are red color. They are also called erythrocytes. The major function of red blood cells is transportation of the oxygen and carbon dioxide. Next, white blood cells. White blood cells are white in color because of absence of hemoglobin. Because of absence of hemoglobin, white blood cells are white in color. They are also called leukocytes. They are also called leukocytes. The major function of white blood cells to participate in immune system. To participate in immune system. So blood platelets, they are blood platelets. They are irregular shape, and they are also called thrombocytes. They are also called thrombocytes. The major function of blood platelets is clotting of blood. During injury, while bleeding blood, they may participate to clot the blood. So blood platelets are also called thrombocytes. Now let us discuss about white blood cells. White blood cells, again, they are classified into two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes, again, that because of the presence of inside the cells, the sand-like particles, they are called granulocytes. Agranulocytes, because of absence of sand-like particles, they are also called agranulocytes. So white blood cells, two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Now the granulocytes. The granulocytes are mainly again classified into three: neutrophils, acidophils, basophils. So neutrophils. So when we test by taking the chemicals, that is, they exhibit neutral in nature, hence they are called neutrophils. So some of the granulocytes exhibit acidic nature. They are called, hence they are called acidophils. Some of the granulocytes they exhibit basic nature. Hence they are called what? Basophils. So the functions of neutrophils to participate phagocytosis. Phagocytosis means kill the microorganisms. Whatever harmful microorganisms enter into our body, these neutrophils engulf them and kill them. So mainly killing of microorganisms by the neutrophils. Acidophils are also called eosinophils. They are more in number while we are allergic conditions, particularly when we are cold and cough. At that time, these cells are increases, and they may kill the uh, disease-causing organisms. Next, basophils. These cells also participate to kill the disease-causing organisms. Next, go to the agranulocytes. Agranulocytes means the cells which do not have any sand-like particles, and they are called agranulocytes. Agranulocytes are mainly two types: monocytes and lymphocytes. Monocytes are the largest cells in the all the blood cells. So the lymphocytes are the smallest cells in compared with the all blood cells. So monocytes and lymphocytes both participate in the immunity. Lymphocytes again classified into two types: T cells and B cells. These T cells and B cells should participate in immunity. So next, some of the uh, disorders regarding to the blood. So if the blood, particularly RBC, if it is produces excessive amount, it is called polycythemia. Polycythemia means increasing of RBC more than the required. More than the required. It is called polycythemia. Next, anemia. Anemia, which means if the red blood cells are decreases, that is called anemia. Next, if the WBC is increases, that is called leukemia. When the WBC is decreases, that is called leukopenia. Leukopenia. So some of the other disorders regarding to the blood, if hemoglobin is present in less than required amount, that is cause a disease is called thalassemia. So thalassemia is a disease which is inherited blood disorder, means which comes from parents to children's. So thalassemia is a blood disorder disease which comes from parents. In thalassemia, hemoglobin is present less than the required amount. Next, another disorder regarding to the blood, hemophilia. Hemophilia is a disease in which blood will not clot during injuries. This disease also inherited disease comes from parents. So here regarding to the blood, there will be two types of diseases should come from parents. Those are called disorders, mainly thalassemia and hemophilia. Thalassemia and hemophilia. Next, the functions of the blood. The functions of the blood. Blood should play vital role for the transportation of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, as well as food materials and waste materials from one place to the another place. Next, blood should play major role to maintain the body temperature. And the third function of blood is it protects our body by increasing immunity. So the functions of blood mainly three. The first function of blood is to transportation of the materials like oxygen and carbon dioxide and other food materials and waste materials from one place to the another place of the body. The second function is to maintain the body temperature. The third function is it protects our body by increasing our immunity.